here's going to be another experiment. I'm by my gray tower. All right, welcome to Kapper Outdoors. And so this was a move of desperation, a Hail Mary in the last inning, or the last quarter, if you will. I decided to replant my fall food plots in mid-October, between October 11th and I think October 24th. So I'll put a link to this first episode of actually replanting them, and you could see how scorched up they were from a severe drought. And then today I'm going to put it in chronological order, and we are going to do a follow-up here on November 22nd and see if it was worth all of this work of replanting them. So let's get into it. Thanks a lot. So on October 10th, I started watering it. I was just too late. I should have watered it 2 weeks earlier or more, but I didn't. So starting the next day here on October 11th, I did the replanting, and I staged them. I replanted like probably 6 or so, maybe 7 different food plots between October 11th and October 24th was the last one.
Joe's been taking water out of the pond for his food plots, and it's getting low, mainly not because of him, because of the drought, but you can see the pipe that's going out that we put in when we built the pond. This is a really deep section. It's actually low enough now you can see the pipe. Well, while he's playing, I'm out here just walking around looking for any new artifacts that might have came up since he tilled again.
All right, October 16th, we got a freeze warning. Tomorrow night, not tonight. I don't see any green yet. I mean, over there, I maybe see a tiny bit. So, I'll just keep watering. That's all I can do. That's all that's in my power right now. Let's go look at this leaky spot. I'm sure there's... Yeah, you could see downhill where it runs down. This is all green right here. That's a start, I guess. All right, day 3, I think, October 16th. It's all wetted down good. Let's go and shut it off and call it a day. So here we are on the 17th, and it's cold out. We got a hard freeze tonight coming, but I forgot to turn the valve off. So in this spot where the hose leaks, it sprays out here and just runs down here. Look at it. Look at this. Brassicas are growing. I mean, everything's popping. That's just from one night. All right, October 20th. The last 2 nights we had the hard freezes, but now it's going to get warm again. 70s and like 50 at night. So I'm going to top dress it again with wheat and rye, some nitrogen, and now that it's warm, I'm going to hammer it every single day and soak it. Fingers crossed. We'll see how it goes in a week or so. All right, here we are, October 24th, and I'm still in the fight. We're supposed to get rain tomorrow. Everything is droughted out. My plots are pretty well burned up, except for the one I'm watering. So I'm going to put a couple more in and pray for rain. We're allegedly supposed to get 2 inches. So the stuff that I've been replanting over the last 3 weeks should just be sitting there ready to go. So we'll see. I mean, it's so dry that sometimes I can't even see where I'm going. All right, it's really windy and it's hot. It's like 80. October 24th, so this is going to be a nice grain plot, and then I planted that one in the woods. Just tenacity, man. I hope I can win. If the weathermen are right, by the looks of the radar, they could be, this whole season could be salvaged by tomorrow's rain or lack of rain. All right, even though it's 2 in the afternoon, I just finished hitting this with water because I hit it with my last bag of urea. and it's hot and windy, so I at least wanted to give the urea some moisture and a chance to start dissolving in before it evaporates. It may not look like it, but everything I hit I left standing water on. That's just how dry it's been lately. They're calling for a big rain tomorrow, but remember a few weeks ago when I said I hope my clover roots are still intact? Well, check this out. We got lots of little green clover popping up. I overseeded all this. I fertilized it several times. This is only literally going to be a matter of time now that I've been watering it. This is a thick clover patch. So, because these roots are 5 years old in here. All right, happy Friday night. Here we are, October. It's either 28th or 29th. I just turned the water back on. I wish I had took a video from up there, but you can clearly see the area that I've been watering is much greener than what I can't reach with the watering hose. So I'm going to water it one more time. Even though they're calling for rain on Sunday, I don't rely on rain. All right, now that it's wet, you could see the chia pet a little better. It's Friday, October 28th, I believe. Maybe 29th. The boys are coming from Vermont. I think November 2nd, which is early next week. So I took a risk by replanting them this late, but we had warm weather. I watered the closest plot to our big pond, which is my house plot right in our backyard basically, and that did very well. Check this out. This is the plot that I've been watering, and you can clearly see the outline of where I've been watering. Even though we've gotten a lot of rain in the last 5 or 6 days. But then we got bailed out by Mother Nature. We finally got some rain, and after the rain we had two to 3 weeks of between like 60s and even into the 80s. Okay, this is all new planting just in the last about week or so before the rain hit. So normally I have that microplot down below that tower, but I wanted some volume if this takes off, which it should. This should be germinating. Yeah, I could see all swollen seeds on top. So this should look a lot different in 1 week. And then this was one of my original plantings. I did not replant it because this is lower ground a little bit. So it gets, the moisture stays longer. This is a clover patch here that I did last year, and it's doing really good. So this plot, I mean, it's not doing too bad. I mean, I overseeded, fertilized before the last 2 rains. So this big plot was my original planting. It was like Labor Day weekend. I overseeded, fertilized it before the rains. I mean, you could see there's actually some brassicas in here. So we're going to see if I got bailed out, if it was a good investment, and if it will salvage this deer season. So now fast forward to mid-November, hunting season. This is the plot. I did not replant it, but I did overseed it several times, and I fertilized it several times, and it made a really nice comeback. Oh, and by the way, I had an opportunity at, another 180-inch buck in this plot, but you'll have to stay tuned to the channel because it's a very long and complicated story, and it doesn't have an ending just yet. And here is one of the other plots that I replanted. The long and the short of it is it was worth it this year. It was worth the extra time, effort, and money because the plots that I replanted are doing much better than the ones that I didn't replant. Matter of fact, let me pull up a video here where you can see a contrast between the ones that I just overseeded and fertilized and the next one that I actually replanted. Let's take a look at that one. Okay, so first this section here, I did not replant it, but I did overseed it and fertilize it before the late rains came. And it's mediocre at best. But now let's take a look at the next section here. You can clearly see the distinction. The bright green here is what I replanted. Late in the game, obviously mid-October, and then the one just to the north of it, if you will, I did not replant. So clearly the replanting late in the season, rolling the dice, Vegas style, paid off for me this year. And I hope to capitalize it here this season yet. So stay tuned. Don't forget, if you enjoy our content, please hit the like button and consider subscribing, and stay tuned, and good luck to all of you deer hunters out there. I hope to see you on a future video. Thanks a lot.